Tech Dick, I'm here back with another scratch tutorial. Big up to my 7 subscribers now, keep them coming. Okay, well first of all talk about the scratch setup. As you see here, my decks are positioned quite high, so I've got a little stand up so I can get better positioned over the decks for when I'm mixing. I've also got my crossfader on the tightest setting possible. That means that as soon as the fader is just a little bit open, you'll have sound from that record, so you can just open and close the fader very quickly with sound coming on and off, which gives like a rapid sound. The scratch record that I'm going to be using is the Super Seal. That's Qbert, it's a famous record. The scratch sample that I'm going to be using is just that sample. As you can see, I've marked up my record, so as soon as that point is in line with the needle, just as soon as it goes past there, the sound will come. It's worth just buying just little sticky labels to mark up your records with. So we're going to talk about putting some scratch combinations together, and then I'm just going to do like a little scratch to an old school hardcore tune. First we'll talk about the stab scratch. This scratch you start with the fader closed, so there, you know, obviously no noises coming on and off. You get your record aligned, so that just as the record comes in, you open the fader and then you close it before you bring the record back, so you can just go. And depending how fast you push the record on that is obviously the different sounds that you get. This works well in a conjunction with the drag scratch, which basically is just pulling the record either slowly backwards or forwards. Just again, exactly like the stab scratch, you start with the fader closed, then as you want the sound coming in, you just open the fader and then obviously close it to go back again. So like if we just put those two scratches together, you could get. So again, you're like filling up the little gaps. We can talk about the chirp scratch. This scratch is slightly different from the two that we've just talked about because we start with the fader open. Again, we've got the record lined up exactly with the sound just coming in, and then as soon as the sound comes in, we cut the fader, and then as the sound's about to come back, as we pull our record hand back, we open the fader to the beginning of the sound. You just want to use just the tip of the sound, so it's just. And obviously you can do those at different speeds. I'm trying to use my hand on the fader as clearly as possible so you can see it. So that's the chirp scratch. Obviously we've talked about the one-click flare in my previous tutorial, which will give sound. Obviously that works well with the chirp, so you can go. Using those two scratches together. Next and finally we'll talk just quickly about the transformer scratch. This is just basically rapid clicking on and off the crossfader whilst the tune's just going forwards and backwards. You can do what's called dicing, which is like when you do a tear, which is when the record goes forward and then 2 back, or 2 forward and 1 back. I could do another tutorial on that, but basically the transformer scratch would sound. Obviously that's not the best introduction or sample of it, but if we put that all to a beat now, using all those different types of scratches that I've just talked about and using them together, you know, you can get some good sounds. So
volume, dance with the speaker till you hear it blow. I'm in the headphones, here it goes. It's a fucking word when it's heard to control. Your body to dance. So, context the tempo like a red alert. Just a reflex and let it work. This is playing, you can't get stuck with the same so to say, and I'ma still come up with a switch, follow the leader, the rhyme, dance with the record that would listen on time. It can be done, but only I can do it. I can dance to clap your hands to it. I start the beat, and then I sink into the paper like I